Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, been away for a while, away from the cameras, I guess. Still been here, but yeah, we've kind of got busy with life, I guess, and just chores went on like normal. But yeah, just down here in the wood yard. I like to keep a stack right here, right at the stove, so I can just kind of grab it and turn and throw it right in the stove. And then when I split, I pile it up right here, and it starts getting low, I just fill it back up. But yeah, so like I said, been away for a while. The kids have been playing basketball, and that's kept us pretty busy. I think at one time we was practicing every night of the week. Tournaments and games on Saturdays, and yeah, just wide open, living the dream. But so we, I hadn't made a video since maybe it was December, but I was ditching down there in the pasture, opening up some spring heads. Those are draining pretty good. It's not really draining a lot of the surface water. We've had a lot of rain, but they're basically running like a little stream now. So not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but for now I'm just gonna leave them open. And so yeah, we had Christmas. Everything went good there. I hope you all had a good Christmas as well. So we got Eli. He asked for a heifer calf for Christmas. One that was already weaned. He didn't want to fool with the bottle fed again, and I don't blame him. I probably would have advised him not to, because the cost doesn't really make sense. You know, you spend too much on milk replacer. Now, if you had a milk cow that you was milking and feeding it, it might be a different story. But anyway, those we bought 4 for his birthday back in April, and we lost 1 the very next day, and then we still have the 3, and they're doing great. But anyway, he asked for a heifer calf, so I got to asking around and found a cow, first time cow. She was about 2.5 years old, and she just had her first heifer calf, and the calf was about 3 months old, I believe, 2 months, something like that. So I made a deal with the guy, and he sold me the cow calf pair. And so she was kind of poor, and you know, she was with a bigger herd, and he had bought an entire herd. He does that, he buys herds out, and he bought a herd, and all of them were on poor grass and not a lot of nutrition there, so they were all in pretty poor condition. But he had brought them home to his farm and put them on good grass, and you know, of course they all got scours from eating, you know, being put on the grass. And but most of the cows had calves on them, but they were old enough to be weaned, so he had pulled the calves off of them, and she had calved. The cow that I bought had calved late, so she still had her calf on her. And anyway, I went with this one. He told me anything in the field, same price, but I went with this one because she was younger, and I thought maybe we'd get a couple more years out of her as far as breeding. And so we brought her home, and you know, I thought, you know, I can put weight on her, that ain't no problem. You know, give her all the minerals she needs, and plenty of hay. And here, you know, she wouldn't have a whole lot of competition like she did there. But anyway, we brought her home, and she didn't really get much better. You know, she continued to have the scours and all, and so I took a stool sample up to the vet and had them run it, and she had 0 parasites, which when I bought her, he ran her through the head gate and wormed her and vaccinated the calf and wormed the calf too. So I didn't really think she had worms, but I kind of agreed with him that it was where she got put on the green grass, but she just wasn't tightening up, and she got weak, and I got noticing that she was really struggling to get up. So I made an appointment for the vet to come out and have a look at her, and then she got down to where she couldn't get up. So thankfully we had, before she went down, the day before she went down, we had pushed her up to the little barn that we've got. And when she went down, she got to where she could kind of crawl around a little bit, but we got her up in the barn and pinned her up, and the vet came out and done what he thought she needed, gave her a bunch of stuff, you know, and tried to get her energies back up. And he drew some blood, and they ran the blood and said she had an infection, but she didn't have a fever though, so that was kind of odd. But anyway, ended up having an infection, and it was, you know, just a little too late, and ended up having to put her down. So anyway, that was kind of yeah, that's been kind of a sad deal. But then also our big white buck goat, his name was Barney, had the big horns, our breeder buck. He got sick, and kind of the same deal. This all happened before the cow, but you know, we thought we had him. We actually brought him in the basement, and he was in our house on Christmas. And if you ever get the chance to do that, don't, because that was awful. But anyway, we did what we could, and we had that real cold spell right there at Christmas, and well, like I said, we had him inside, and did all we could do for him. He was getting better. Put him back out in the pasture. He was walking around, grazing and everything. And then, you know, we had that cold spell. Then we had a warm spell right after that. And I'm pretty sure he got pneumonia and didn't make it. So, yeah, so we've had a little loss here on the farm. But, you know, that's just part of it, I guess. But so yeah, that's, I guess, a little update, bringing you up to speed. Just been playing basketball and living life and cutting firewood. That firewood never stops. If you're ever looking for something to do, you can always cut firewood, because I can never get ahead, and I can never have too much either. So we still have the horse. It's kind of slow go with that. We hadn't had a lot of time to really work with him much, but yeah. So we got the calf is doing great. The little calf that came with the cow, it kind of was forced into weaning. You know, she weaned it because she wasn't able to take care of it. I'm not even sure she was still producing milk, but he's been grazing since we brought him home, or brought her home. And then she fit right in with the other calves, and so yeah, that's all going well. But anyway, the other day I had a few hours, so I loaded up the wagon